As an elder, as a person who is of, I wouldn't say middle age, but once you hit about, when you hit 20, your life becomes yours. Because all before that, you were a teen and you were living under the guise of your parents. By the time you're 20, you're free to make your own mistakes and so on and so such. I once heard a testimony and a person said, in your 30s, you're cleaning up what you did in your 20s. By the time you are in your mid 30s, you should know enough to know better. You should be gearing towards the point where you're not making the same repetitive mistakes that you once made before. Okay. So by the time you're 40, you are now what some people would call auntie age, right? And therefore these young people are looking up to you for some level of guidance. Okay. That doesn't mean you get to lead a whole congregation and now all of a sudden you a bishop, deacon, doctor, so on and so such. It's legitimately your life is someone else's example. Okay. The way you get up and go to work every day, even if you're tired, and the way you try to figure things out, even if you're confused, and if you ask for, the way you ask for help, the way you utilize the tools in your toolbox. Okay. Because we all have a toolbox. Now, if you see somebody hammering in a screw, you're going to be like, I'm not going to ask them any questions. I'm not going to mirror my life behind this person. I'm not going to use them as the blueprint because clearly they don't know what they got going on. Okay. But if you saw somebody, figuring it out and they're using the tools as they should, you're going to say, wow, this person might know a little bit of what they're doing. I'm going to use this person as a blueprint. We have so many men and women who are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And so the younger generation is either totally not listening to us, because if you knew better, you'd be doing better. If you knew better, you wouldn't be on the internet arguing with your baby daddy. If you knew better, you wouldn't be selling yourself. You wouldn't be still dressing with your hoochie mama clothes on like you're 40. Let's do something about this. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want to have kids because I see what y'all did with y'all kids. No, I don't want to go to school because I see when y'all went to school, it didn't work for you. And so now people are like, these new kids, so on and so such. Baby, they learn from you. They learn what not to do. Just like when I looked at my mother, I learned what not to do. My mother didn't teach me a strip of what you're supposed to be out here doing, but I learned a whole lot of what I'm not supposed to be doing. I know the type of woman I didn't want to be by looking at this woman. But this comes with trial and error as well, because some mistakes I still made because I thought, oh, that happened to her. It wouldn't happen to me because I'm smarter. It won't happen to me because so on and so such. And you realize, yeah, girl, it will happen to you too. And so now 35, you say, boom, let me do better. And